Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to A Scorpio's Journey. So glad that you're here. My name is Kenya, and I am a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Pisces rising. I'm also a lover of tarot. I use it every day as a journaling tool to support my emotional and spiritual well-being. And, I've recently had a calling to share my intuitive insights and interpretation of tarot with the world. So here I am on YouTube. But I have to tell you that, I'm not in the medical profession. I'm not in the financial profession. I'm not in the legal profession. I'm not a licensed counselor. I don't read tarot professionally. None of that. I'm just, here answering the universe's call. I'm rising to the challenge. To share my interpretations with you guys. And so I've been doing weekly readings, general readings, but I'm also doing these monthly readings that cover all aspects of the astrological chart. So there's a reading for each house, from the first house all the way through to the 12th house every month, because I know that we as Scorpios, we really, really like to go deep, 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 deep. And so I'm going deep down with you, Scorpio. But so today I thought we could focus on the 10th house. And you may hear it referred to as the 10th house of the world, or the 10th house of ambition. It's that Capricorn energy, right? And it's also ruled by the planet Saturn. It's all about your life's calling, like your legacy, like what you'll be known for in the world. It's also about being recognized for your accomplishments. It's about fame and glory. It's about, climbing the ladder and advancement, ambition, right? But it's also about, potentially an important man or woman in your life. So it could be your mother, your father, or a significant other. But the thing is, as we pull the oracle and the tarot cards today, we're going to be interpreting them in the context of the 10th house. The house of the world, or the house of ambition. And so let's see what messages Spirit wants to share with us this month around that. So first we've got fish. Wow. There you go. So that's, speaking to the need to be adaptable, the need to be flexible. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then we've got unicorn. So that's interesting. Wow. So in addition to, having animals that represent, each of the different elements, there are animals or energies that represent sort of spiritual animals, or the unicorn in this instance, but we'll get to that. Let's talk about the fish to start. So yeah, this is really about the need to be flexible, to be adaptable, potentially too, it could be, that restlessness energy, because, fish are always just kind of moving. It could be, something around you're needing to change your focus, or rethink your goals. This is really, I'm getting here, like there's, like constant movement. Like some of you could be just really, really busy right now. But I'm also feeling like you're trying to, some of us may be trying to find our path a little bit here, just trying to figure out, or needing to be able to kind of focus or find our focus, because it's coming up here with the unicorn. And this is really sort of like spiritual kind of energy here. The unicorn is all about sort of a search for truth, or, a quest for answers, right? It's about contemplation. It's about, it can, speak to about, reconnecting with your higher power. So it's spiritual that way. But it's about, sort of just this intellect, like beyond, just book reading, but it's more about wisdom, right? And that's, so when you connect with spirit or a higher power, it's not just book knowledge, it is wisdom, right? It's sort of that inner knowing, that inner wisdom. But I think, it also sort of is associated with the sixth chakra here. So that's the third eye, or the the command center. So again, that speaks to seeing beyond or knowing beyond like what's factual, right? It's that inner knowing, that third eye, that intuitive knowing. But that it's connected here with the fish. I feel like there's this quest for a goal, or sort of like this quest for, what am I supposed to be doing in life here? Or some of you may be kind of rethinking that. You might be feeling a little restless about what you're doing right now, or you could be feeling a little restless about where you are in terms of achieving your goals. And you may be contemplating potentially going in a different direction, going in a different path right now. But what I will say is whatever you're doing, there is an opportunity to connect with spirit to help you with your help you with that, or to help you figure out what your next steps are. That's what that unicorn spirit is all about. So let's see, we're going to pull some more cards and see if we can get some more messages around that. Again, specific to the 10th house of ambition. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. And let's see what we get. Okay. So we've got love. Oh, how beautiful is that? Like that. And then protection. So yeah, this is really relating to what I was just talking about. When I think about this card, protection, I feel like, yeah, like this whole idea of you being protected, or spirit is, guiding you right now. You kind of see this, big oak tree. And I don't know if you can see that it's, it's storming. There's lightning coming down right now, but I get the feeling like if somebody's underneath that oak tree, yeah, during a storm, that, they're being protected, right? The oak tree is protecting them to some extent. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, this is just saying there's yeah, spirits with you. Your ancestors, your guides, your angels are with you right now. But I feel like, also like just the around, like something around the need for you guys to be brave. Like this might be a challenging time right now, but I feel like, I'm getting, you can weather any storm. How's that? That's what I'm getting here. Like, I feel like, you might be challenged right now with not having some clear goals, or you may be reevaluating your goals. But that's fine. I feel like, yeah, whatever it is and whatever you're going through, like you have the strength to weather this point here. Yeah, and I'm also getting the idea about, just needing to protect your assets too, or to protect your loved ones. So there could be, I don't know, that could be meaningful for some of you. We'll see what other messages we get around that, Scorpio, around the whole idea of protection. But, how beautiful is this? So this is love. And I love this card every time we get it. And, the first thing, every time I pull this card, I just like to remind us, Scorpio, that, know that you are loved. Know that you are lovable. Love is just, very, very present in your life right now. So, somebody needs to hear that message. But I also feel like there's something around confidence, especially as we think about, you know, the 10th house of ambition, and that's all about confidence and self-esteem. So self-love. Like, I feel like, you know, there's spirit, maybe that's growing, or maybe, you know, that's what you need to kind of gain right now. Maybe that's what you're searching for. Maybe there's an opportunity to become a little more confident in something that you're doing right now, Scorpio. Something about self-confidence or self-esteem. And you know, you could just be putting yourself out there more right now, Scorpio, because that's growing within you. Or you're wanting to put yourself out there right now, Scorpio, and there's the need for you to get more self-confident or to get more self-esteem, knowing your value. Like, it's all about self-love is really what I'm getting here, Scorpio. So I'm pulling from the money and career deck. We'll see, you know, what money career messages we get here, but I'm also going to be interpreting the cards metaphorically, right, as we always do. So there could be a money message, but there could be some other message around how you show up in the world that we can get as we pull the cards. Yeah, I feel like there's some challenge here. That's where you need to, you know, be a little more confident, that you need to be a little more adaptable. Success will find you. How beautiful is that? And how appropriate is that for the 10th house? I mean, the 10th house is all about success. That's what the house is about. So whatever this is, you know, you're on the right path. Scorpio, you might feel like you're flailing a little bit, or you're not in, you know, there's no direction or whatever, but I feel like you're on the right path. And, you know, with this card too, I still am getting this sense that, like, you're being divinely guided right now. You know, this card doesn't say you will find success, although you certainly play a part into it in it, but this says success will find you, which means, like, there's some sense of destiny and fate here too. You know, something around, you know, the universe working with you at this time right now to help you manifest something successful in your life. So we've got growing up. It's time to step into your own power and stop engaging in childish qualities. Well, I think that's a little bit harsh every time I pull this card. I feel like that's the harshest message, but okay, well, somebody needs to hear that though. And then, yeah, it says, don't rely on others to help you and care for you. This mess is yours to clean up. Oof. Avoid depending on someone else's income. You have all the skills to make your own. So I feel like, again, this is about, yeah, you're gaining confidence. Like, it's time to step into your power, to step into, to grow your self-esteem. You know, that's what it's what we talked about with this love card. And I just think this is Spirit sort of reaffirming that message. For some of you, I mean, you need to hear that hard truth, put on your big girl, your big boy pants, and it's time to grow up. And stop depending on others. Hey, I'm just the messenger. I'm just reading the card, and somebody needed to hear that. But I honestly feel like this is about self-esteem, self-confidence, knowing your value, knowing your gifts and how to use them. I think that's more about what that card is saying right now. So this is the Zen Tarot deck. We'll see what we get from this. The messages from this deck are a little different than your traditional tarot deck. They're grounded in the Buddhist religion. So I'm still learning the messages here, but I've been getting really, really good energy from this deck. I like it a lot. It's the Zen Tarot deck, so we'll see what we learn from this. So we've got sorrow, So this is 9 of, in this deck it's clouds, right? It's the air element. So 9 of clouds, sorrow, it says. And then we've got the 5 of rainbows. So that's the equivalent of the pentacle suit in the traditional tarot deck. And it says the outsider. So we can just sit for that with that for a minute. Like, I feel like, yeah, I feel like I feel like, you know, you're trying to figure out where you fit in here, Scorpio. You know, especially with that fish energy, I keep getting the kind of restlessness or just rambling about. And so here, you know, this could be, yeah, you're trying to figure out where you fit in, especially with this outsider card. We've got this little baby here, this little toddler here. It's like sort of fenced in from the rest of the world and feeling a little isolated, but the chain can easily be taken off of this gate, and the little dude can be set free if he really knew how to get that chain unlinked. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, this saying, like, there's a lot available to you. You just need to figure it out, Scorpio. And you also got this little kid here too, and we got it with this grow up card. So yeah, I feel like there's something about you're coming into yourself. Like there's a new you, boo, or something like that. But yeah, that it's with the sorrow card. Like I feel like, yeah, this has been something like you're just been, I think this is just a little bit of unhappiness. And I think the unhappiness is not like, you know, I think it's the unhappiness in that you're not sure where you fit in or where you're going, Scorpio. Like, I don't feel like this is something that's really painful. I feel like this is more like confusion, if you will, just around where, you know, where you want to go. Like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let's pull from the main tarot deck to see if we can get some other messages around this, Scorpio. Like, I feel this is personal. Like, you know, yeah, you personally trying to figure out, like, what's your next manifestation step, Scorpio? Because, you know, again, the 10th house is all about how you show up in the world. It's about ambition. Like it's you know, so in order to do that, you know, it always sort of speaks to the material, right? You know, and the material always speaks to sort of some idea around manifestation. But I feel like, yeah, you're not sure yet. You're not set on the direction, but at the same token, I feel like Spirit is saying you might feel that way, but whatever you're doing right now, Scorpio, you're on the right path, and you're on the path that Spirit wants you to be on. Like, Spirit is really guiding you down this path. You might feel a little confused, and that's okay. That's part of this journey. I'm feeling like, you know, that's part of the growing up. That's part of understanding where you fit in, or how you fit in, or how you can use your gifts. You know, you need to kind of go through that part. So let's see what other tarot messages we get. This is the Modernwitch tarot deck. I like the interpretations of this deck a lot. It's got all females in the visualization. So girl power, I love that. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady, to me, this is about stability. This is about building a foundation. This is a lot like that oak tree. Just making sure we can see this. So this is all about that oak tree energy as well, Scorpio. Protection, stability, security, all that is represented in the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, wow. And then we've got the 5 of Pentacles here. So we talked about a lack of self-esteem, not feeling like you know, it's just what we talked about in the love card here. You're lovable. You've got value. You got to know your value. And then we've got the 3 of Cups. So that's beautiful. I like to see that energy come out. The Seven of Cups, this is that fish energy, confusion, not sure, trying to figure out your options. The Three of Wands, that's beautiful. Expansion, and then the Five of Swords. Wow. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So we like her. She is just very, very resourceful. She is very detail oriented. She knows how to stretch a buck. She's very family oriented, but she's a businesswoman too. She is just really, really well-rounded. She can do it all, but she's also about self-love too, like, kind of taking care of herself as well as her family. So I'm getting that too. Yeah, I feel like this is about details, like needing to take care of the details for some reason. Like, I feel like this is about, needing to like build a good foundation. And as part of doing that, you need to make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. I also feel like, this is about business, and this is about, work, definitely. Like, I feel like you're, she definitely juggles a career and home. And she's also money conscious. I feel like, I'm getting so much here. I want to say everything. But okay, just take a time out. Yes. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who like wants it all. But I think the issue here, Scorpio, is that you want it all very quickly. And I feel like Spirit is saying, you may be thinking it's not coming quick enough for you. Success, material success in your career, Scorpio, in your career. And that it's not coming as quickly as you may want it to. I feel that's making you feel like you're questioning then your gift, your value, you've got low your confidence is waning is what I think. And I think it's because things are just not happening as quickly as you want it right now, Scorpio. But Spirit is saying it's happening, in the order and within the time frame that it's supposed to happen. So, you've got the Nine of Pentacles here. So nights are about movement. They're about change. They're about doing. This night is about hard work. This night is about slow and steady progress. This night is about, doing the best he can. This night is all about building material security, but he's going to do it slowly because he knows like this is not something that he can work quickly through, especially if he wants a stable, solid foundation, Scorpio. So I feel like this is this is Spirit saying you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to do, and it's going to pay off. But it might not be tomorrow, Scorpio. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for you to actually see results here. Don't question, where you are in this scheme of things. Like this Seven of Cups is all about, in this instance, it can be about choices. It can be about options. And I think you got lots of choices and options. That's again, the fish sort of, energy here, meaning, you've got flexibility, you can be adaptable. But I really think in this instance, I feel like this is about, especially as it's sitting underneath the Knight of Pentacles here, like I'm getting something around like trial and error, right? Like you've got lots of options, like you've got lots of cups here. And, in that effort to sort of build this solid foundation, I think it's about your career. It's about, you're trying this, maybe this doesn't work, or I'll try that, maybe that doesn't work. And you're methodically kind of going through each of these cups and finding the formula that's working for you. Now, this could be in terms of a career move. Like maybe, you know, if you're working for someone, like if you're in corporate America or something like that, your career may have been a little stagnant, and you're trying to figure out what your next move is. Like, is it a lateral move? Is it a, you know, is it leaving the company and trying your, you know, your luck at another company? Or for my entrepreneurs out there, this could be, okay, how can I build my business? Like, or how can I get my business off the ground even? But I feel like it's not coming fast enough for you, or you feel like it's not coming fast enough for you for some reason, Scorpio. And I feel like this is impacting your confidence, right? I feel like your confidence is wavering a little bit. You know, I do interpret that Five of Pentacles. I mean, it generally means lack, but I do feel like that's the esteem card here. You know, lack, you know, you're feeling like you don't have value, or you don't have the skills, or there's this whole idea of lack mentality, Scorpio. But that it's, you know, supported by the Three of Wands. You know, this is a positive card. So I think this is, you know, Spirit saying, you know, you're making moves. It's just going to take some time for you to see the benefits. You know, this is somebody who's optimistic and who's hopeful. Like they're kind of looking, they're on the shore here and they're looking out into the ocean and they're looking out at the ships here and they're thinking about the possibilities. But I feel like that there's some timing or something that's really associated with this Wands card. You know, it speaks to like your plan. So far so good, but there's more that you want, and you don't have that right now. Like you're not seeing the benefits of something. And you know, what I think Spirit wants you to understand is like this is a long-term thing here. Like, you know, this is, yeah, ocean wide, Scorpio. There's not just this sort of narrow path to success. Like this is going to, you know, take some time, Scorpio. And in the meantime, like, I feel like, yeah, you should just, you know, live in the moment. Like, just know that you're on the right path and, you know, celebrate the small wins. You know, Scorpio, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, you're looking for the big thing and you're looking for the big achievement, that big goal. And I feel like there's just an opportunity to kind of celebrate the small things, you know, celebrate this. Yeah. Celebrate the small wins. You know, the Three of Cups are all about celebration. It's about your soul tribe. It's about, you know, feeling good in your skin too. It's about freedom of expression there a little bit, and feeling good about expressing yourself. But really what I'm getting there is just around, you know, yeah, just around celebrating an event. But I think it's the small wins. Like, you know, the Five of Swords is about winning, right? And it's about winning at all costs, or it could be about a little defeat too. You having a minor setback or defeat. But in this instance that is sitting underneath the Three of Cups, like I feel like there's like the wins you're having, like there's these little baby steps and you're not satisfied with them or whatever. And I think Spirit is saying, yeah, just take a win. A win is a win. A win is a win. You know, recognize when you see it, and celebrate it when you can. I'm going to, let's clarify these cards with the Kipper deck to see if we can get some additional messages. So this is around the House of Ambition, the House of Fame and Glory, of career advancement, climbing the ladder. It's your legacy. It's what you want to achieve materially in this world. Okay, you guys may hear my pooches. Sorry, but we're just about done, so I'm gonna just try to barrel it through. High honor, that's beautiful. I like that. Number 25. And then we have number 6, mature woman. And we have number 9, change. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have expectation. So this is, number 28. And this is Spirit really sort of confirming, doubling down on the messages that we've already been talking about. So this expectation card is very similar to that 3 of Wands that we talked about. Like it's about needing to be a little patient, like you're just like the 3 of Wands and this girl looking out across the the ocean wondering, oh, when is it gonna happen? You've got this woman here who's like looking out the window wondering, when is it gonna come? This is about your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, and you're needing to exercise some patience in order for them to manifest. So Spirit says, have some patience. It's gonna happen. And here again, celebrate the small things, as they come, right? This high honor, number 25, it's about recognition, it's about rewards. This always comes out in the business context for me. But, this is about you're on your way up, professionally. You're gonna get there, but it's gonna be slow and steady. It's not going to be, and it's gonna be, again, you're figuring out the plan, like figuring out your options and what's working best for you. And this is about you too, just having a little, faith in yourself. So we've got mature woman, number 6 here. Yeah, and I feel like this is, Spirit saying you've got a lot to offer. Like this woman, she's been through a lot, she's been through life and she's got a lot of life's lessons and life experiences under her belt. And I feel like you now should be relying on that. Like you should not be feeling lack of confidence, right? Or lack of self-esteem here. You've got a lot to offer. You've been through a lot. You've got talents. And this is Spirit saying, rely on that and have faith and trust in that because you're going to see a turnaround. So this is number 9, change. That's change of all kinds. Here, I think this is just, a fated change, like success will find you, like you're gonna see a turnaround. It's gonna happen. It might not happen tomorrow, Scorpio, but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen with Spirit guiding you at this time. So I've got the Keeper of the Light deck. We'll just pull a couple of last cards to see what final messages Spirit has for us around this, the 10th house of ambition. I do feel like too, like this, you might, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to get your business together, like you might have been, trying some things and they may not have been working out exactly, or they may not, have been as successful as they could have been. I feel like that's what this Sorrow card is, Scorpio. But I do think there's this whole energy of trial and error and being flexible and adaptable and, maneuvering and, finding your way around, throwing, things up against the wall to kind of see what might work. And, at some point you're going to throw something up against the wall and it's going to boom. It's gonna, work out exactly the way you had hopes for, and you're going to be so successful, Scorpio. So we've got Freya, phases and cycles. This is a beginning where there's a beginning with every ending. Illusions are being revealed and released. So I really feel like this is like, I feel like this is, again, I think about this, I think about like that moon energy, right? And I do think, this speaks to a couple of things. First of all, go with your intuition, go with your gut. Don't question yourself. It's that unicorn energy. Again, this is, about spirit being with you. And then I also think that this is about, just from a phase and cycle standpoint, like you got to go through the cycle, like you got to go through the steps, like you got to go through the phases of this thing. Like, again, you can't skip a phase, or you can't skip a part. Like, you got to methodically, do the thing, and that's how you kind of achieve success here. And then we got Serapis Bay. I think that's how you say it, but it says ascension. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness. The light is here. So how beautiful is that? Somebody needs to hear that. But I hope you were able to get some insights from this reading, Scorpio. Please consider subscribing to the channel, like this video, and share it with another Scorpio who you think could benefit from hearing the message. But until next time, bye.